What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Showtime is Blazer King with King's Critiques, and we're here for Ninja and Assassin Under One Roof. The Yuri-ness increases this episode by the looks of the title, and Crunchyroll needs to, be better about showing me new episodes, because I saw the 4 episodes I'm behind stuff on, which is unfortunate. I know, I need to catch up to shit. Maybe I'll try to do that today a little bit. We'll see. But this thing was just, not even in that display, because what the hell, man? Anyway. We're here with it because this is the show I wanted to get up today instead of recording something that I'm slightly behind on, because that's how I do things. So, as usual, if you're watching the show with me and enjoying the Yuri goodness, let me know in the description down below. What kind of ninja do you think is going to pop up just to die in 5 seconds today? Because that seems to be a common trend of the show, which is highly amusing on one aspect, but a little sad on the other, especially when the characters that have been killed so far have such great designs for the most part. But yeah, that being said, hit the like button, subscribe, and if you're not going to hang out for conversations, be appreciated if you could let the video run through, let me get the watch time, because that'd be highly appreciated. And as is a new thing to mention, if the video is shorter than intended, blame YouTube, because they're cucks that don't understand how copyright works. Smile. That being said, gonna bathe together like proper people live together. I say proper. Nobody probably bathes together nowadays, but I mean... This is anime. This is Yuri. Because, god damn. Okay. Damn. You've been shut out by your partner. Just casually watching The Ring. Okay. I think this is ironic, though, if either of them get scared, to be fair. Satoko was kind of the obvious one on that. But, y'all kill people for a living on a regular basis, and you're scared of a horror movie. That's the insane part, really. I mean, granted, I guess Satoko isn't the one who does the killing, but, ain't no letter. I bet you actually scared of a little horror movie. Again, you see people dying every single day. I mean, again, this is, a great way for the relationship to increase, but, you literally have seen Konoha kill at least 5 people. At least. Your situation is a little weird, but your leader also mentioned that because she's already in a pretty stable gay relationship, so... She just wants to help. I wonder why. Technically, she's not a freeloader. She does her part. She helps you get rid of the bodies, she cooks, she cleans. She's not a freeloader. That's rude. Damn. I don't know if they're not at that point yet, but that's still hella rude. Hey, listen, you're the only other friend she's got than Konoha, so what do you expect? Plus, I don't know, maybe Satoko wants it to be more than a work relationship. By the sounds of things, she might. She didn't even know what being in a relationship in general was, let alone in a relationship with another woman. So, she seems like the type that would kind of dive right into things if they seem fascinating to her, so... I mean, congrats on finding lesbianism fascinating, but it's not going so hot for you already, is it? I mean, yeah, she did call herself busy, and that is a proper kind of expression to have. Because, there's busy and being unemployed while still doing constant things to try and make money. Which, on a completely unrelated topic, don't forget to leave videos running, because the more that happens, the more YouTube actually might give a shit to push content. Apparently that means a lot to her, which is probably good, but I don't think just, saying that you're happy with the basic necessities makes things resolved. There is a whole other half of the conversation of, how do you feel about Konoha and the time you've spent together? Well, you probably shouldn't have done that to begin with, because that's where your mind starts getting fucked up. Because, are you too close enough to where things could happen? Sure. But, y'all have only lived together for, a month now. So, I don't know if you can technically compare that to proper lesbians. I mean, I guess you could, because, again, anime, anything can happen. And... I mean, they're both fine-looking women, and they get along well enough. Konoha's just kind of an asshole. Yes. Yes, her statement of her wanting to be how you guys are means exactly what it is. Hey. I won't call Konoha a lazy tasting woman. Like, physically, she's a woman. But mentally, she's an asshole. So, like, but listen, personally, I'd take it too. Like, Konoha kind of, like, with 10, and I don't care if she's an asshole. I'd take it. Matter of fact, I think Konoha being a 10 is kind of why I got so many views on the first episode of this, because I used her as the thumbnail image, and listen, you use attractive people as a thumbnail image and it brings people in. That's just kind of how it works sometimes. Yeah, Satoko is slightly off from her thought process. She wants to be able to live together with Konoha like that, and yeah, that's what it entails, which, like, like I said, is completely fine, because again, yeah, something tells me no matter what she tries, it's just not going to work in the traditional sense. But, hey, go for it. But, like, I will say I do understand why she's popular, because out of all the times I've spent watching, Yuri-based content, she definitely gives off very strong lesbian vibes, even without the suit. Okay, especially with that kind of thing going on behind her. I see it. See, that's also another thing popular men desire in a partner. Okay, Konoha's mental state might be a little manly. Hey, you can't say she's not cute. At least. I mean, I guess. Yeah, average. Oh, she does. First time they showed her girlfriend on screen, it's like, damn! Kind of like Konoha. Again, I can't be blamed. Listen. She does do that well. I hope YouTube doesn't yell at me for pausing on this screen, but she's doing what I think she's doing. This is not going to work in her favor, but, like, it's at least a completely valid attempt, to be fair. I still don't think it's going to work, because, like, she does not give a single fuck about that level thing yet, but hey, at least it got a whoa out of her, even if it's a sarcastic whoa. But did she tell you to do it like that? Yeah, okay, of course she did. Telling her she'll get burned seems about right, honestly. But again, like, what did you expect? Yeah, she wasn't wrong. She got burned. Then again, the hand she would have gotten burned anyway, but the, couple of places along her body, yeah, probably not if she had worn her normal clothing, but that, yeah, lesson learned. Like, you can't try and dress sexy while cooking when you're making fried foods. That is not how that works. At least unless you, like, use just very long tongs and you just kind of go. Because, yeah, that's not going to work. Fucking end up getting your titties burned or something. Literally, though, like, total Yuri energy, and it just did not work for Satoko. But again, you kind of need to have, like, the feelings on both ends starting there for it to even start to help. Yes, you were, actually. She's embarrassed being seen smiling that she wants her to not be there. Okay, no, that's at least the first break with Konoha, though, is the fact that she was smiling while eating. Not the first time, too, so at least that she does have on lock, even if the rest of it did not help. Meanwhile, she's still just sitting there in her underwear and an apron, not even bothering to change after all them burns. Konoha's not a talker, so I don't think being a good listener would help. Oh, good, so there's a body just laying around somewhere. Also, there's probably one bad point I could point out about this situation is, wonder how far artists are going to get away with what's happening right now, because like, I'm surprised I've seen zero art of this show in general, but this moment will probably give a lot of people things to work with, which obviously not, like, looking forward to, because Satoko got kind of average, but yeah, I guess. Might want to go get actually dressed first, though. I love how she just shoved them in a garbage can. Oh, hey, look. Another random ninja. Oh, no. No, here's the thing. Konoha's not dumb enough to let her go out on her own without watching over her, as we've seen before. She's literally collected the leaves from their dead bodies to see if they could be turned back. Okay, why would she want to get... Konoha's gonna be there and kill her. But yeah, why wouldn't she want to come back with your village to learn how to make her ability better if you're just gonna kill her after she uses it? Meanwhile, Konoha was reading the book that she literally just had in her hand because she showed up and killed her. What did I just say? Literally, she can't trust Satoko on her own, so of course she followed anyway because she knows that people are trying to kill her, so... Hey, at least she's asking if she's okay instead of just blaming her for being a dumbass. Yeah, no, burning the leaves is actually a pretty solid idea, though, if they can be brought back somehow. Because if you burn the leaves, then you don't tempt somebody else to come after you to be able to bring them back. Satoko is super embarrassed having to be brought there like that, but... I mean, when you can't move, what else do you expect? Why are those protruding such an evil aura? Oh. That's why. Please tell me Satoko isn't training being able to reconstruct things with the things in Konoha's room. Okay, let me just stop that thought process real quick. Instead of just transforming one thing into leaves that Konoha could probably look away from and ignore not being there for a little bit, she turned everything into leaves. You literally could have taken a chair and turned it into leaves and practiced on it instead of turning everything and not knowing how to turn it back. Because now she sans a bed, a TV, a table, and whatever the fuck else was in her room. See, she's asking a valid question. Like, her look of annoyance and borderline hatred is for a very good reason this time. Yeah, no, that makes sense. But also, why wouldn't you have her try and work harder to try and turn things back so you at least had a bed? No, yeah, you kind of fucked up on that one. You turn one thing, not everything. Why am I... Oh no. I realized one very big problem. I know I'm not talking about the two very big problems on the wife's chest. I'm talking about the hairstyle. Yike. Because, like, we all know that hairstyle is a death sentence, so, I mean, Konoha's gonna have to off her at some point or another. I mean, I guess I could kind of understand that being a thing, like, just coincidentally have a pretty hot chick being your leader's wife. Yeah, of course she's probably gonna be a bad guy and have to get... Am I assuming this just because of a hairstyle? Yes, I am. But how many times do women with those kind of hairstyles survive in anime? Not often. See, like, it's the simple things in life that are desired. And, like, that is one of them. To a T. Because, I mean, damn, if they're just standing there being just so uprightly gay in front of Satoko. But then at least that's something that maybe she can learn the lesson from. God damn, though. Yeah, y'all forget she's there for a minute and y'all just... Like, damn. Like, we'll say... I think the irony of her name being what they are is kind of even funnier, but, like, her being a 9 and then Kuro being so, like, into that, just completely forgetting about the friend being there, it's like, yeah, no, that sounds about right for a third wheel situation. The gayness. See... And, like, having a 9 on the hot scale, also being very sweet, and also being a sugar mommy? Like, all those are very desirable qualities, I'm just saying. I doubt she's worried about tempted by that. Or is she tempted? Because, again, listen. People, especially lesbians, shouldn't have to worry about when you're a 9... your girlfriend going somewhere else, because, like, that's trading downward most of the time if they do. Yeah, you say don't follow her, and what's the first thing she's going to do? Follow you. If she is, I'll jump through the screen, kick her ass myself. Yeah, no, that honestly sounds even more right than cheating on her, because, like, you can't be someone spewing lesbian energy and cheat on your wife who is extremely hot, but spewing lesbian energy and going into a gambling parlor, that sounds about right. Doggy. I love how she just openly asked to in front of Kuro. That's what she was worried about? Okay, yeah, nope, that does make sense. Yeah, like I said before, wouldn't have made sense otherwise. Yeah, I don't think she would cheat on you with a man. Definitely. Maybe, but like... Well, okay, maybe. Like, I do kind of refer to Bazette from Fate as a bisexual energy, but... And she does kind of give similar energy to that, but... I don't know. You have been used to cause issues. You should leave before it gets worse so they can make up. No, Satoko's reaction to the whole situation is pretty base, though. Just, this is uncomfortable. Like, this is more uncomfortable than when they were being so lovey-dovey in front of me. Yeah, no, that also sounds about right. Oh, good. Why does this one have a fucking rocket launcher? You're a ninja. The hell? This one isn't even after Satoko, she's after Kuro. That's even funnier. Okay, like, if this other ninja is in love with Kuro, I'm gonna raise 1 point of... She says she's being tricked by Yuri. Listen, look at her, look at Yuri. Make the choice. Yeah. Also, I'm expecting Konoha to drop in like 3 seconds and help everybody out. What the fuck did I just say? 3 seconds. Literally 3. Wonder if Konoha was just like in the area and heard the explosion and went, huh, that's Kuro's place. I should probably check that out. Damn. That's cold. It's like, I only helped because Satoko was in the way, so she's kind of my business. That's even what Yuri's questioning if she was her ex. And in that same literal exchange, like, Konoha killed her and Satoko turned her into leaves within like 3 seconds of each other as well. Hey, it's better than just burning her so she can't be brought back. But, I mean, I guess since she wasn't after Satoko's life, at least that's, like, better. Because if she comes back to life, you can be like, yeah, if you try to go after Kuro again, she's gonna take care of you again. Yeah, that is, yeah. That probably is true, too. For the past couple of days, she's probably been around. Yeah, that was completely accidental, so that was great timing by Konoha, but would she really have let Yuri die? Because that wouldn't have been cool, man. No, to be fair, it was kind of funny. Oh, there's another one. And she's looking for Konoha. So now everybody's after just Satoko. Hey, listen, at least on that you can be completely honest and be like, well, a jealous ex-girlfriend kind of blew up my current girlfriend's apartment. At least that part they can be honest about when they ask, where did this ex-girlfriend go? Make something up. Oh, wow, and she's actually being nice tonight. Why would you turn the heater into leaves? Yes, next episode preview. More people are coming for their lives. Don't need the next episode preview. Should wrap things up because I'm at least at, like, a good average time now. But that said, I think the amount of times I've said the word gay and Yuri not referring to Kuro's girlfriend's name in this episode was actually insane. But again, the episode basis was mostly for Satoko and Konoha's relationship, so that kind of makes sense, right? But also, disregarding the slightly morally questionable Badam Vavoom Vavau that Konoha has. Have you seen Yuri? Because, like, god damn! Anyway, I had to get that one out there. But yeah, let me know y'all's thoughts on the show so far, because it's funny. The animation style is great, but it's kind of cow, so coarse. The girls, honestly, even some of the, like, not as hot girls as those two are still pretty good looking, honestly. Because, again, I mean, Kuro does kind of exude big lesbian energy. And if you don't know who else I was referring to earlier when I said Bazette from Fate, It might be mainly Grand Order and Prisma, but look her up because you'll agree with what I said about her exuding a certain kind of, at least, bisexual energy. Like, but yeah. That said, maybe we'll get to see more come from these two later on in the show, as in similar light as Kuro and Yuri. Otherwise, yeah, we'll see how things go. But it's a great show, and can't wait to keep watching the next couple months at least, because, it's fun, it's funny, it's visually stimulating, it's a good time. Now, who these other two are that are going to come after them in the next episode, suppose we'll see. But good luck on Satoko to figure out how to restore things that she turns into leaves, because yeah, that was really just so fucking rude. But that said, please don't forget to hit the like button. Oh, I forgot to let me know about any other shows, movies, etc. I should check out this season, next season, or in general. There it is. Subscribe to the gaming channel, the description down below. Ring both bells, like Facebook, follow Twitter, keep updated with things. TikTok, Patreon, get the full unedited visuals and audio, this is stuff I upload here. Go follow on Twitch, subscribe for benefits, can do so at Twitch Prime for free. That helps me out temporarily. Subscribing here helps out long term for the long term. I've been here. Check out the playlist here. Let it run, have conversations, whatever. Check out the video YouTube recommends to you here, or the bigger version of the cut-up video, depending on what you're watching. And again, if the video is shorter than intended, blame YouTube. But that being said, it has been the Blazer Gang with King's Critiques, and out. Ta-ta for now. Peace.